Welcome to the next level of horror podcasts. This is the place where ghouls, ghosts, and other creatures of the night are all welcome. There is no turning back now. You are in our sights. Your hosts, Jason and Craig, will fill you with great discussions, movie reviews, trivia, and fear of the dark. So sit back, turn out the lights, and pray for daylight. This is Retro Ghoul.
All right, this is, I guess, the secondary episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're back to discuss horror things for Retro Ghoul.
Yeah, hopefully we stay on track this time.
Yeah, well, we maybe.
I mean, that was a good intro. Yeah, it was a good intro.
Well, it's because, I mean, how are you going to go wrong with talking about the simple subject matter, why horror? I mean, you could talk about that for years.
Yeah.
But if you were going to get specific like we were originally supposed to, this one is about found footage.
Yeah. Found
footage horror in particular, which a little bit prior to the kickoff here, we were sort of talking about it. And I had a hot take situation for me, and Craig might or might not agree. A lot of people immediately, you can go with, Cannibal Holocaust, even like Cannibal Feroz. Like, there's a bunch of different older movies you could go with, but honestly, to me, the real start of what I knew as found footage horror came from the Blair Witch Project. Yep. Most of that was advertising. They did well with it. They were very smart about it, and this was also pre-heavy access to the internet, so there weren't internet sleuths tracking down how correct it was and how incorrect and fact-checking anything that was said. So it was actually this huge viral marketing campaign before viral was a thing.
Yeah. They did a really good job with marketing. And, they actually had a lot of people fooled.
I was. I was younger, and before I went to go see it, I was like, oh shit, is it real? Is it real? Now, granted, I was already a horror, I was younger when it came out, but I wasn't that young, and I was already a horror fan as well.
Yeah.
So I knew the tropes when I got there. Like I saw, you know what I mean? Like when I was watching it, I was like, oh, it's advertising. And even then, at the time, I was thinking, shit, that was smart. That was fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
It was.
It's such a simple concept too. You don't even. It doesn't take much for a found footage movie to be excellent, because it kind of repeats itself, but everybody eventually gets creative. Look at Hell House. They created a whole universe.
Jesus, Grave Encounters was a really clever one. The thing is, though, is what you can also argue is that the Blair Witch Project was a rebirth of horror cinema, and the fact that studios suddenly realized you could take an idea and for relatively low upfront money create something that might pull back a fucking fortune.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, that was the whole thing about, people act like it was a great cinematic moment. It really wasn't that. It was a great monetary moment. It made millions off of a fucking $10,000 budget or some shit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was the thing. The return on investment is what studios took notice of. And then you had this whole momentary renaissance of horror movies that came out after it.
Yeah.
And it was kind of cool. I mean, it was for a lot of it. Granted, they ran into a lot of the same problems that any studio movie runs into, studio interference, and, the polling says that it has to be applicable to PG-13 ratings and so forth, which I would also argue is why you had the whole slew of early 2000s PG-13 ones. And there's some great PG-13 horror movies, incidentally. There really are.
There is.
But it's weird. They were forcing it to be PG-13 for a broader audience in a lot of different movies. And it wasn't bad. I mean, Gothica, Halle Berry and Robert Downey Jr., right?
Yep.
Not a bad movie. Could have been a lot better without people fucking with it and turning it into a fucking PG-13.
Yeah, exactly.
That's off the
subject. That at all.
That's completely off the subject to found footage. There was also that too, is realizing that Jesus, you could take one camera, possibly two cameras, and a couple of people, make them part of the movie, and suddenly you're investing almost nothing.
Yeah.
Just what comes back.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned Hell House. It's a great series. It's a great
it is. I think,
and it's old. Go ahead.
Yeah. It created, Hell House created that whole universe now. They have a whole entire backstory out of something that turned out so simple, you know, like it turned out people. Yeah, like I love how that story progresses and the clown like comes alive more and more until he's finally walking and, buddy, I'm gonna chase you down the hall now, you know, like
they did a good job of building the dread with it, I thought.
Yeah,
which is
exactly.
not to, like, again, if you're horror savvy enough, you've been into horror long enough, you know what's coming and when it's coming. So if they can still do it, even though you know where it's coming from, I mean, somebody cared enough to make that happen.
Yeah.
They don't have to. Any horror movie you release is going to have people that watch it just because it says horror. You know?
Yeah.
Which honestly, sometimes you end up with other shit that's a little on the pandering side because of that. You know?
Yeah.
But still, we watch those too, so I guess that's our fault.
True. But even look at, like, even George Romero had a found footage movie, you know what I mean? Like, it was Diary of the Dead. The Diary of the Dead is pretty amazing to me. Like, I was really impressed by that movie just because, like, the reality of it, you know what I mean? Like,
the progression that came from it, like the whole, because I feel like Romero, I honestly felt like started off with a great idea, but he never really had a full in-game idea or even a start to it. I mean, it was basically, they only came up with the whole when there's no more room in hell statement in Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
You know? So that was, when they came up with that, it was clear that they didn't really 100% have a solid idea of why or where.
Yeah.
Cool. But I think it's great that he was sort of getting there. I mean, you had Diary of the Dead, which, like you said, I mean, found footage, and it was good. It was clever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to be written that way was really good. And then you also had its finale, or a finale for Romero, anyways, with they're on the island.
Survival
Survival of the Dead, where the zombie finally figures out that horses are meat too.
Yeah.
Like, there was a moment there where it's like, that's, I think, was the idea, was they were going to show that they were evolving, and it was kind of something new.
Yeah. Well, we started to see that in Land of the Dead already. Like, they were getting smarter. They were picking up on things, you know, like they had the whole town going, you know, like.
Right. Well, they had a whole town locked in place.
Yeah, exactly.
Sort of repeating the same actions, but they covered that in Dawn, though, just because why were they swarming the mall? They're just used to going to the mall.
Yeah. It's what they remember.
I would say, actually, John Leguizamo's character, to me at least, was more indicative of the fact that they were changing, because he had a goal and he was well dead before he got there.
Yeah.
Just kept following it, you know? Which was just for a side moment, just to get rid of oh God. Help me out. I love the guy. He's doing a lot of stuff. He's fucking nuts.
What is his name? I'm going to feel really stupid when I remember.
Dennis Hopper. There we go.
Dennis Hopper, yeah.
Then just get after Dennis Hopper. I mean, I get that it was a side thing, sort of played off for last, but if you look at it for what it was, I mean, he had a goal while he was dying and carried his goal out.
Yeah.
I would say that was a pretty big change from the previous Dead aspects. But I would also say they were sort of showing that in Diary of the Dead.
Yeah.
Like, they were showing that they were sort of understanding, if not understanding, grasping that they were something that was meant to be hunting.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, there was that. I mean, there was the one dude figuring out you could put them all in a fucking pool and they can't float because there's no air. Like, that was something. They just kind of sit there. That was a good defense. Also, what does that mean for an ocean? Jesus. Now,
Yeah.
so on to back to Hell House, by the way. I love the fact. I feel like that was almost like the franchise launch, that the little franchise that could, to an extent. Just because, like the first one, honestly stands out to me as a much stronger movie than any of the sequels.
Yeah.
Not because the other ones were bad. They weren't bad. They were actually really good. It was a good continuation of the story. But it was because it was ominous without anything really ever happening. Like, most of what happens in it happens off screen.
Yeah.
It's not really horrible. And then expanding on that with the lore, the basement being like a gateway to hell, and like that whole thing. fucking clever. Yes, please do that. This is a good idea.
Yeah.
And then the Lineage.
Yeah.
That was a movie. It was entertaining because I liked it. I liked it because I liked the others, though. I liked it because I'm a completionist of the series.
Yeah.
You know? I was going to do the same thing with Jeepers Creepers, but man, that thing just fucking sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I was never really a Jeepers Creepers fan to begin with. Like,
I liked the first one because I liked Justin Long.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? And this is also pre-knowing who the director was in relation to the entire genre. But I liked Justin Long a lot at the time, and he came out, and I was like, man, that's cool. And it was the first time, and by the way, when Jeepers Creepers came out, the actual regular effects were awesome to me because I hadn't seen them in so long. They've been so heavily CGI'd in almost every other movie coming out in theaters. Yeah. And then you had it was just a straight up visual effects fucking masterpiece. It was great. Just classic fucking solid effects work. And then, like I said, they made part 2, which I thought was good, and then part 3 was just, and then, oh, good lord, part 4. They're talking about making a part 5. I was like, dude, if you do it, I'm gonna sue for part 4. I rented that motherfucker, pay me for it. It was bad.
Yep.
Part 3, honestly, I feel like I owed an apology for.
Even Paranormal Activity collected its own universe.
Paranormal Activity, in my opinion, proved what Blair Witch. If Blair Witch was the thesis statement, Paranormal Activity is the evidence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was the same thing. Low budget, film it all in one place with fixed camera angles, put it all in fucking black and white. Doesn't matter. It'll be just fine. You know what I mean? So the effects work in that movie are it's fucking ridiculous. I mean, it's in some cases it's literally fishing line tied to a vacuum, but it fucking works because you're invested in the story. You're invested in the story because somebody's like, what can we do with a low budget?
Yeah.
Haunted house horror with a fucking weird ending. That's what we can do.
True. And honestly, the first one kind of got to me. I was a little freaked out when I saw the first one because it did seem so real. You know what I mean? If you were in that situation, those sights and sounds are probably pretty normal.
To me, that is, by the way, what does it with found footage. If you were in the situation.
Yeah.
Right? But you can get taken out of it too, though, because that's with the first Paranormal, and I've seen all the Paranormal. I want to be very clear on this. I like the Paranormal Activities. Yeah. The first one that I saw, the very first one, I was watching it the entire time. I was thinking, there's no dude on earth that's that fucking stupid.
Yeah.
There just isn't. I can't fuck who you are. There's nobody. Oh, it's just your imagination. You saw that shit, dude. Shut the fuck up. Come on. That's like Scully from the X-Files gets to just stand on a podium and tell you why you're dumb for seeing what you saw. That's fucking stupid.
Exactly.
It bothered me indefinitely. I like the fact that they managed to get it and run with it and turn it into this multi-generational story. And they got obviously bigger budget and they were able to, but they stuck to the format.
Yeah.
That was fucking cool to me. Yeah. Really. The last one was not bad. The one that came out straight to Paramount.
I don't think I actually saw it yet, but I'm interested. It's been on a back burner for some reason.
It was not bad. It wasn't as good as the one before it, though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I felt like it was. I don't want to call it a cash grab because they did continue the story. You know when we were talking about Terrifier, the fact that part 3 felt like they were just sort of pushing. Yeah. A continuation without knowing where they were. That's what it sort of felt like to me.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. It just felt like that. Like they were just kind of, well, we got to make a part. It's Halloween's coming up and people like this shit, so let's see what happens.
Yeah.
I do like, and you've seen Grave Encounters, I'm assuming. Yeah, it's, anybody who happens to come across this, Grave Encounters was another little found footage horror movie that honestly should have done way better than it did.
It should have, yeah.
It was when I saw it, it was released straight to Netflix, which leads me to believe that at the time of Hollywood Video, it would have been gone straight to DVD.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which would have been fine. There's a lot of movies that went straight to DVD that I was really impressed by. Mm-hmm. This one was a surprise. Yeah, just the idea. And it was also at the height of the Ghost Hunters bullshit in the early 2000s.
Yeah,
which was even funny.
I can't believe that became such a big thing. That was.
I think about it a lot. I think about the Ghost Hunters bullshit a lot.
Yeah.
Just because the people, anytime you watch one of those episodes, did you hear that? No, nobody fucking heard it. What? Hear what? Not only did nobody hear anything, there were no sounds made. There were no, like, you just called out hello, and then somebody responded from your own team.
Yeah.
It was great, by the way. We recognize their voices if you watched A&E long enough. I trust me, you picked up on it.
Yeah.
Or was it Discovery Channel? What the fuck were all the shows on?
Discovery Channel.
Was it Discovery Channel they were coming out on?
Yeah.
Right around the time of the Pyramids guy, right? The aliens?
Yeah, that was History Channel too.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, liars.
And then A&E took over, and they started like playing all that reality stuff. It was.
I sort of feel like that was the death of network television.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh well, I mean, the writer's strike that gave rise to all the fucking Real Housewives and Kardashians and fucking all that shit.
Yeah.
Kind of destroyed television.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Or I just have a fonder memory of my childhood with television. Maybe, I'm not sure. Even the shows, like if you watch, I don't know if it's a reflection of my age or a reflection of the writing. I read, there was a little blurb on cracked.com. One of the guys was talking about the fact that a lot of the reasons that we, as we've gotten older, have become jaded with television that we see is because we are now at an age where people our age are writing that.
Yeah.
People our age are basing what they're writing off of the same shit they saw when they were younger. So basically, it's just a copy of a copy of a copy.
Yeah.
Which, when you watch newer programming and stuff, that's when if you think about it that way and you watch newer programming, everything is a fucking police procedural. Everything is a sitcom with the same retold jokes.
Yeah.
Horror movies, if you can find the funding for it, you can do a shitload with. Even horror TV, you can do the same thing. You can make all sorts of new shit, provided you have some faith in the product.
Yeah, because, the genre became so wide. Like you said, you could do almost anything. Like, look at all the subgenres from, like, even like Universal Monsters stand in their own little section. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
If you have a respect for the history, then yeah, the Universal Monster stuff and all of its different reboots is still something you're going to enjoy.
Yeah, exactly.
And zombies in particular being their own special thing. If you're a zombie guy, there's just a gratuitous amount of media for you to consume.
Yeah, exactly.
But the problem is, though, if there's that much media, it stops being unique.
Yeah, that's true.
Like it becomes just rehashed.
Yeah.
And also, something I've always said, if you watch something like The Walking Dead, and bear in mind, I love the Kirkman comic book series. Like I do. It's a great comic book series. If you watch the show, all you have to do is grab a jean jacket and try and bite through it.
Yeah.
Try and bite through a jean jacket, dude. You can't fucking do it. You can't. I don't care how good your dentist is. You cannot bite through a jean jacket, not in one go. And that takes all the urgency out of the zombie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you got to get armored. No, you don't. You do not. No. Get a jean jacket, some nice fucking khakis. You're good to go. That's not good. You know what? If you're feeling very uncomfortable, throw a hoodie on underneath the jacket.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
Yeah. I don't know, like, there's also a lot of found footage, like, just once and done. Like, 21 Days was really good to me, and Demon House. And then, it's so creative that you could take a story that already exists and put, like, a whole different background, like Sacrament. They took tragedy and turned it into, like, their own little story, which honestly makes a lot of sense.
I was gonna say, what is that one that came out? It was around 2010. It came. There were two parts to it. They came out with a second part, I should say. The Last Exorcism. The Last Exorcism, as a found footage, was good. It really was. But that's also when it became. They started sort of mixing.
Yeah.
It was found footage, except occasionally it would be like it can't be found footage. Like the camera angle that we just hit is not a camera angle that's possible with one person filming.
Yeah.
But I mean, you just let it go because at least it was in service to a story.
Yeah. I think we're living in the glory days of found footage, honestly, because everybody's starting to. After COVID, like everybody was just gonna say, "Fuck it, I want this movie to look real," Like, and they
Digging
just
Up the Marrow.
What's that?
Digging Up the Marrow. Have you seen that? That's a fucking good movie. Yeah. If for no other reason, that's another one of those that sort of dipped. I mean, I know people have watched it. If you like the genre, you're going to see it. But it was clever. It was done well, and it was done sort of tongue-in-cheek with a sort of meta kind of approach to the found footage genre, which is, it's not so much that it's hard to do, it's that it's almost overdone. People try to do it too often.
Yeah.
And for that matter, you know what? By the way, the found footage, if you want to skip horror, you could also go into oh Christ, what was it? It was basically a retelling of Akira. The kids find the meteor that fell out of the sky. They touch it. They all get powers. The one kid likes to keep cameras floating around him. He was into cameras to begin with, so that's where all the entire perspective comes from. It's his cameras. Jesus, what the hell is the name of that movie?
I can't remember.
It's a really good movie too. This is gonna bug the shit out of me. Hello, kitty.
Yep. Special guest.
I also have opinions about things,
There
such as the best place to stand, which is over here.
we go.
Oh, Cloverfield. Shit.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean, that was one of the first big budget, like really big budget found footage movies, at least to me. And it holds up. I think it's a great fucking movie.
Yeah.
I've heard people bitch about it. I don't understand why they do. Like, it's everything. It's a giant kaiju monster fucking destroying a city with parasites that fall off that'll make it blow up if they smell you. It's wonderful.
Like, what was that other one? It was just simply called Record. Like, I vaguely remember it, but I think I've only seen it once.
We had I know Wreck, obviously, which maybe we can discuss in just a moment. We can take a little break here and come back.
Yeah, why not?
Right? We'll be back.
And now, for the man who can make your dreams come true, it's the one and only Freddy Krueger.
Oh God, he's coming back!
Yes, Freddy's back with a very special offer that may just revive some of your worst nightmares. Starting now, you can own Nightmares 1 through 4 for just $19.95 each. So you can join Freddy anytime you like.
You've got the body. I've got the brain.
Look for this special offer along with our 3-pack collector set of Nightmares 1 through 3, now available in this lovely package. So tell your friends. And pleasant dreams.
This is One Tough Video Game. Fester's Quest is one tough video game with sinister lasers, deadly traps, hideous monsters, and spooky graphics. But if you make just one mistake, you start all over again. Fester's Quest, the video game from Sunsoft for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Are you good enough?
We're back. Yeah, so once again, the subject being found footage horror, both the pros and cons. I feel like we pretty much just covered a bunch of different movies we really like. And honestly, there's quite a few we left out. I'm sure we'll get back to them.
Oh, yeah.
Now the downside.
Yeah. It really is becoming like a trend, and it's very hit or miss anymore. Like, everybody is on the found footage bandwagon right now.
It is from the standpoint of a independent producer and writer, somebody who has just sat down and said they want to make a movie, it's probably the best way they could go. Found footage is a great way to go. You can afford it. You can cover the in-camera effects. You can do all the shit you need to do with a relatively low investment, as has been seen from some of the more successful found footage movies.
Yeah.
The downside is that opens it up to a bunch of people who maybe have a desire but not the talent. And that's a shitty way to put it. I don't feel good about saying it that way, and I would never want to sit there and tell somebody your thoughts and what you want to do are not good. I would never want to sit there and tell that to somebody. I don't want to fucking hear it. I definitely don't want to say it. But there are some bad efforts out there, and there are also some really cynical ones from different studios.
Yeah, that's
just
true.
making crap because it was the right time to make it crap.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. So I'm not saying every found footage is like a masterpiece, but
no, but the charm that comes from a found footage, to me at least, a lot of the charm that comes from it is the fact that you can tell it was a relatively low budget effort.
yeah,
And that the people that are there, they're doing it because they fucking want to do it more than anything. I don't know. That's, like I said, that's the charm, though. So the really good ones, though, I mean, you can get a good budget behind a found footage horror movie and come up with a good movie.
yeah,
As Above, So Below,
yeah.
it's a great fucking movie. It's a
It
good
is.
movie. Oh,
It is. Like I said, it's hit or miss. You know, there is a lot of good ones out there, but there's a lot of like ones that make absolutely no sense at all. Like, what were you recording exactly at this time? You know what I mean? Because it's not really scary.
well, it's like some of the shit you see, I understand the need to cut away as opposed to showing anything that would involve money. Because if you're on a low budget, you're on a low budget. So cool.
Yeah.
Shape the fucking camera, cut away, make sure the lighting isn't too bright. Show a dark screen and film somebody screaming and the sound of just somebody screaming off the page. That makes sense. You don't have the budget to show something else. That's enough for a viewer to get the idea of what is happening. And that's cool.
Yeah.
That's fucking good. That's a brilliant way to work around a shitty budget.
Yeah, exactly.
But if your whole movie is that, maybe get a better budget. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, Kevin Smith sold his entire comic book collection in order to film Clerks.
yeah,
Maybe you should do a little better than that. Like one fucking Steadicam rig for an iPhone doesn't mean you should be making it. It's cool that you can. It's wonderful that you can. Please do so and practice, but don't release that shit.
yeah,
Don't get crazy in Photoshop. Make a great cover for a movie that is not good.
yeah.
And my guess is you probably know it's not good. That is my other assumption. There's no way you watch it when you're done and you're like, no, this worked out exactly the way I envisioned. No, it's fucking didn't. You did what you could with what you had, but it could be better. Put more effort. Take the time. Figure it out. Find a way to get the fucking... It's not easy. I get that it's not easy. Find a way to do it.
Yeah. It's just like, what do you call it? Now I can't remember the name of the movie. The House is October Built. They're kind of like, they're really, really good because it's a simple story, but it goes so far, you know what I mean? Like,
And
they do so much within that story.
Terry Pratchett would say they booed. Like, they're not even, like, there's nothing really that freakish that happens to the majority of them. I mean, like, the idea of a slow burn found footage movie is fucking stupid. Let's be fair. That is dumb.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you want slow burn, you can just look at your life until something fucking jumps out at you.
Yeah.
But it works with the House of October Built.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Like, it's a good, decent movie. And it's also because it was a pseudo-original idea, at least within the genre. Like, when it came out, they were like, okay, this is something that has been, let's do this. I don't know that it stands up very well, though. Like, I generally watch a lot of my favorites through the Halloween seasons. I've never revisited that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not because it wasn't, like, scary or disturbing or anything like that. I had no interest in seeing it again.
Yeah. Yeah. I felt the same way, but, like, I won't lie, it's still, like, a simple story that they took. I watched the second one. The second one was a little lame, like, I don't know, it seemed like they were just trying to push out a sequel.
It was another one of those, like, continuing the story for the sake of continuing the story, not because it needed it.
Yeah, and the story became like, oh my god, you're going through this again, and for some reason, the first time you didn't learn a lesson, now you're doing it again, and it's kind of the same story over, you know?
I feel like
let's go to haunted houses, you know?
Well, like, horror fans are, to me, most of the horror fans that I know, most of the people that really enjoy this shit, they're not, they know what they like, they even know why they like it. Yeah, maybe some of the silliest shit on earth, but we know why we enjoy it.
Exactly.
And if you get some show, like, there are plenty of times, like, most of us, like, if it's a slasher, fuck yeah, give me a sequel. I'm here to watch stupid people get killed by a guy that's probably sort of funny to me. You know what I mean? That's why I'm here. If it is a good idea, though, it's a good idea with a good, solid base to begin with. Don't fuck it up. Don't make the sequel. There's no point.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm watching this, it made me think less of the original.
I mean, the sequel, they did work for Hell House, but, like, a lot of them...
Because they expanded on the story. It wasn't just the same thing over and over again. They expanded the actual lore.
Yeah.
That's important. That shit's important. Fucking Supernatural did it for fucking... 15 fucking years or some shit off of something that was supposed to end at season 5 because they kept expanding the lore.
Yeah.
Shit, they fought God at the end. You know what I mean? Like they recognized that their fans needed an expansion. They didn't just keep shooting the same thing over and over again. But as you mentioned, the House October built, it's the first one was good because it was a surprise. It had no intention to revisit. And the second one was basically the first one remade.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, there was no point in doing it.
Yeah, like there was.
Like I said, horror people are smart. We fucking know it when we're being pandered to.
Yeah, even the way the first one ended, like there was no need for a sequel. Like,
none.
Okay, you went through like an extreme haunt. Now you're coming back to do it again. Like it was a little repetitive.
Yeah, that's even worse. Like you're stupid, and now I don't like you as a character.
Yeah,
you didn't. Like, it was bad. The first time was bad, buddy. That was bad. You didn't enjoy that.
Yeah.
Fucking go back. What's wrong with you? No rational person in this room. I think about that's one of the major things too. Like you think about all the different horror setups that we're willing to forgive the stupidity and the horror tropes in. I'm actually less willing to forgive it in a found footage because it is a little more like it's a first person view of somebody who is there with the, let's call them the victims in this case. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Running through a situation where you know for a fact, like if you were there in reality, you'd be like, no, the walls are fucking bleeding. I think that's a clear sign this house is not for sale. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'll fucking, you know what? Rent is due, and I will just pay it again. We'll fucking we'll re-sign the lease. I don't want to live in this house. That's a normal reaction to walls bleeding. Fucking, it's not that big of a deal. It's probably just some weird syrup. Is not a normal response.
Take it from Marge Simpson. Don't fuck around with that shit.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like, bad shit. Like, if you were in a supernatural situation, that's the other thing. You watch enough horror movies. If you're in a supernatural situation, just go. Just go. Like, don't
Exactly.
fucking, like, you're in a place you're not supposed to be. You're not part of the story. See your way out. Leave the other people that are bound and determined to be there. You know what I mean? Like, if, for example, like, you show up in a fucking English pub and they're like, don't go out on the moors in the moonlight. Don't go out on the fucking moors in the moonlight. Stay there. Sit your ass down, have a fucking beer, ask to sleep next to the fire, and don't be a dick. You know what I mean? Like that's
pretty much,
your fucking goal.
That's it.
Be like, fuck it, we'll chance it. I'm not armed, but I'm American. That's not an offense. In any of the lore of any supernatural creatures, I am an American is not an offense.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
Oh, sorry, I thought this was America. Ow. This shit happens too often too, but you know, I do find myself wondering some of the classic horror movies, American Werewolf in London, if found footage had been more of a thing. Like, would a movie like that, or even The Howling? I think The Howling actually would have translated pretty well to found footage.
Yeah.
If for no other
I'd
reason,
agree.
like, well, like they're going to a fucking retreat, a psychological retreat, a homeless community. Fuck yeah, you take a camera to that place, and yeah, you might notice some shit while you're there, and some weird shit's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's, I guess, honestly, there's a lot to complain about with the genre, but there's a lot more to enjoy about it.
Yeah. Yeah. There is, because once again, everybody's trying to make the same movie, like just different themes, or like the same process. You could tell, like, all right, I saw this movie, I want it to be like this, just change the story, you know?
Very much so. Which is, I would say, like, I mean, I mentioned Digging Up the Marrow is a wonderful movie just because it is so strange as far as found footage goes. This meta, what was it, Adam Green and a bunch of other people trying to contact people about making a horror movie or a found footage film about a subject that he'd read or heard about. This whole long spiel, and once again, anybody that comes across this, Digging Up the Marrow, watch it. If you like found footage, watch it. You're going to be surprised because it's not normal. It's not a normal found footage flick. I don't know what it is. It stands alone in its own way.
Yeah.
Which I guess that's also why it's memorable. I mean, it's why it's enjoyable, right?
Yeah.
Being surprised.
I mean, I like where it's headed, but only if it's going to be original. Like, if you keep producing the same story,
if you had,
this makes it so boring, like, and uninteresting after a while, you know?
Well, okay, so we had, if you look at it that way, we had, growing up, what we would have been seeing on TV, we were far too young to see it in theaters, but we were there during the heyday of the slashers.
Yeah.
So, arguably, you could say that Jason was a pale imitation and/or ripoff of Michael Myers at the time.
Yeah.
He really was like the set, only what he turned into. Not the first movie. The first movie was a cash grab.
Yeah.
With his mother, that whole thing was like the kids going to camp and being like, I mean, it could have been the burning, it could have been fucking anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, how many summer camp movies are there?
No, exactly. I mean, shit, sleepaway camp. I mean, like they all took place at fucking summer camps and shit like that.
Yeah.
But the thing is all of them are classics in their own right now.
Mm-hmm.
They were all very, very much reductive of each other. Like they were all created because of their contemporaries. They might as well have been like the shitty budget studios releasing transmogrifiers when Transformers was coming out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they were sort of cash grabs. But there was enough individuality and enough difference to make them classics. The problem is now I don't think there is.
Yeah.
It's either you got a good idea and you managed to see it through, or you got a good idea, got studio funding, and somehow or another became the same as every other movie they released.
Yeah.
I feel like Blumhouse is sort of falling apart that way.
It is. Blumhouse used to produce some really great shit, and
They did. The first 3 or 4 movies that came out of Blumhouse, I was like, fuck yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
A24 as well, like or A24 if you want to call it that. I was like, fuck yeah, these are great. Now they're all sort of the same. Like, it's just they're trying so fucking hard to be artsy horror. It's like, don't just stay in service to the story. Stop trying to elevate the shit. Just make a movie.
Exactly. Yeah.
I do feel like that's.
I feel the exact same way about it.
Well, and yeah, I mean, Jordan. All right, so Jordan Peele. One of the things I like about, even though I think you weren't impressed with a couple of his movies, like the last couple that have come out.
Yeah.
Like Nope wasn't your thing.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
Whereas, like, I liked
Nope
it.
on Nope.
I liked it. I liked Us. I liked everything really. That you know. But what I liked about it is the fact that the stories existed in service to themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He wasn't going to impress anybody else.
That.
Just get a story and follow it.
Yeah.
Same thing with even the Substance, which is pretty good as far as body horror goes. John Carpenter was not impressed, but I feel like he's old and cranky now.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
he wants to play synth music and be left alone. That is his goal every day. Side note, I did read that there apparently he and Kurt Russell have been talking about a third Escape From movie.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
I did not hear that.
Well, Escape from New York, it's a classic for a reason. Escape from LA, people gave it shit at the time. I thought it was fucking great.
Yeah.
Just because it's so fucking silly. Anything they could do now, I mean, especially because Kurt Russell's a good deal older, but so is John Carpenter. I would love to see Snake Plissken being old as shit trying to get out of Delaware.
Yeah.
What's fucked up is it sounds like a joke, but I really would watch it. I'd fucking see that shit in the theater easily. All right, good stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like we sort of run the gamut on this.
Yeah. It's a good discussion, but it's kind of a quick one too.
Definitely without repeating it, but there's no way to. Which I feel like incidentally goes back to the point about what's going to happen if there's too much bullshit in found footage.
Yeah.
Like if a conversation runs out in an hour, and this is coming from people who can generally talk for well over one, I feel like the well might be tapped.
Yeah.
Not entirely. Like I said, there's some good ideas out there. I'm sure there are several that have been fucking even filmed and are sitting on a studio shelf that'll never be released.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that shit happens all the time. There are probably other scripts that are sitting in limbo that will never come out because no one's ever going to take the chance on.
Yeah.
It's a fucking shame.
What was? I can't remember the name of it now. With like the guy who kidnapped the little girl on that. I can't remember the name of it. It was like New York, but he like filmed all his own abductions and shit like that. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a lot of people. It's disturbing to them.
Was it Maniac?
No, not Maniac. It's a pretty recent movie. I don't know. Maybe the audience knows. You're listening. I know you are. I cannot remember the name of it now. What's that?
Oh, it's gonna bug me. Does it sound like that? But then again, that of course the premise would sound familiar. I mean, I just said Maniac, and that's
Yeah.
except he wasn't really abducting people; he was just taking bits off them. Though he was abducting them too, I guess. Yeah.
Man, I cannot remember them, and I actually enjoyed it, but I cannot remember the name.
I also feel like that's probably, see, that's another thing though. It's, the name is not memorable to you. The premise stood out enough for you to say the premise, but the premise itself can be confused with a couple of other movies.
Yeah.
And the name, that's sort of what I'm saying about the found footage thing.
Yeah.
It's not that it's played out, it's that there is no new happening.
Yeah, it's kind of just over process now because everybody's jumping on it because it is a successful genre. Like,
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's a good way to, like, what did they say about, what is it, the Hollywood pitch thing where, like, the best thing for you to do is to basically compare it to another successful movie except with something, right?
Yeah.
So that whole idea pretty much translates to, I would argue, why major studios are such a problem with movies in general.
Yeah.
I mean, the execs aren't there to make anything; they don't give a shit. They're there to make money for their board. That's I mean, which is fine. That's every business. Cool. That's their job. That's great. But the heyday of the big directors and the really good directors is kind of over. I mean, you have some people like if you look at what James Gunn has been allowed to do in the DCU and what he was allowed to do with Marvel. When they decided that they were wrong for letting him go, he's doing a great job, and he's doing a great job because they're letting him do it.
Mm.
That's, I think, one of the bigger problems with most horror movies now, especially any with major studios. They don't get to do it. They get to do what they're fucking told.
Yeah.
Like, well, we'd really like to see this happen in the third act. Well, shut the fuck up. Go away. That's not even in the script.
I think I can pay for this, but leave me alone.
Do the script you paid me for.
It's like Ed Wood when you got all those backers and everything. Yeah.
One of my favorite stories was old Hollywood. It's not even old Hollywood. It was The Elephant Man, right? So Mel Brooks. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a classic story. I'm sure. I don't know if you know it. I don't know if we've ever talked about it, but I know that like people probably will know it. So he gets funding from, I think it was MGM, I'm not sure, I can't remember who produced The Elephant Man. But he and John Hurt, they get their funding, they get all the producers in line, and he's making the movie, he's making The Elephant Man. And while he's making it, he sends an update to the producers for them to screen. So they screen it, and they send back notes on things that they like, things they wouldn't like, things they'd like to see change.
Yeah.
So he sent back a note that said, "Gentlemen, I have merely shown you the product your investment has incurred." That's basically his line. Like, I'm showing you the product that's being created with your money. Make no mistake that we wish to hear the opinions of Neanderthals. And he made it an Oscar award-winning movie. It's a true fucking, like, that's not word for word, by the way. I'd have to, like, his was much better structured.
Yeah.
But the idea behind it, just the ability to, the power level at that point to be able to send back to an entire studio, fuck off, we're making this movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe other people that could have gotten away with it, Ron Howard, Steven Spielberg, like some of those guys right around the early 80s, but man, they lost all authority right around the mid 90s. Fucking gone. It was like, you know what? I would argue you could probably trace it. This is going to sound weird. AI. I think Stanley Kubrick, not the AI as a product, I mean AI the movie.
Yeah.
Stanley Kubrick dies, Steven Spielberg takes over, or was it George Lucas? Steven Spielberg takes over and continues to film, and AI did not do well at the box office.
Yeah.
It was a huge budget movie, and it is a classic for those of us that enjoyed it, and I think it's picked up a hell of a lot of fans, but it didn't do well in theaters. I feel like that was the moment where things went to shit.
Yeah.
That and probably James Cameron taking 15 years to make a sequel to fucking Avatar. That could have been The Last Stand. Right there. If he had just fucking followed it up within 5 years.
Yeah.
Let me know. Either way, this was fun.
It was.
I'm happy we got this done.
We actually stayed on topic. Look at that.
We did. I'm proud of us. I am proud this never happens. Well, we stay mostly on topic. What's going to be coming up? Have we even discussed it? Like, what is the next possible conversation? It's going to be horror related. We know that.
I guess it's a surprise.
Surprises work. I mean, the fact is, it's once again, it's such a huge topic. You can discuss anything.
Yeah.
Shit, you can just Universal monsters forever.
Mm.
Especially the lore. I mean, there are a lot of interesting things about it, especially when it comes down to like the stuff that we grew up just accepting as fact. Like the monsters. Take silver to kill a werewolf.
Yeah.
Why?
Tune in for on the next episode for Universal Monsters.
That's the reason.
Yeah.
Let's think of that. Why can't the vampire see itself in a reflection? There's a reason. Not a good one, but there is a reason.
Yeah. Well,
All right. Good time.
it'll be a surprise.
This was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. We will figure out something to talk about on the next. Anybody that joined us, thank you.
Stay tuned for an announcement.
Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. You can also find us on Spotify and all other streaming platforms at Retro Ghoul 83.